Hey everybody, Ryan here at eTrailer. Today we're going to be checking out the Flint Hill Goods trailer adapter plug. So this is going to allow you to plug into your vehicle 7-way, and on the other end it'll be a 4-way flat to allow you to hook up to your trailer. When it comes to picking out a trailer adapter plug, there's a lot of different options out there, and what one is going to be best for you really just depends on your particular situation. So today we actually have a pretty good example. Our trailer wiring here is relatively short, and if we were to use a standard type adapter plug, it would work, but you don't have a whole lot of slack there. You know, you get real tight turns, you could risk it coming disconnected or something along those lines. And so by using this, it's going to give you quite a bit of extra length. When it's in its just resting coiled position, it'll be about 18 inches. If you were to stretch it all the way out, it'll be about 36 inches. So, you know, by having a little bit of extra wiring to work with here, we can plug into our trailer's connector and have the confidence knowing we have all that extra slack we need when we make those turns and things like that. Because it's coiled, it'll keep it up off the ground when you're going straight and stretch out when you do end up turning. Another reason a lot of people like to use this style is due to the location of their vehicle's 7-way. So some vehicles kind of have them in funky spots. The 4Runner, the Toyota 4Runner, is a really good example of that. Theirs is kind of buried way down here off to the side, really far out of the way, and a lot of times, even if you have longer trailer wiring on your trailer, it's going to have a really difficult time plugging all the way into there. So, you know, in that situation, you know, having this adapter, let's say if it was right here, would give you more than enough length there to be able to hook up and be confident knowing that everything's going to stay connected. To compare this one to some of the others available, they're all going to be very similar, to be honest with you. So for example, here's one made by Hopkins. It's a 7-4 flat, just like this one. And they are very similar. If I were to be honest, I wouldn't say one's better than the other. I'd say they're right on par. This one seems to stretch out a little bit further, but honestly, you know, this length will be more than sufficient for just about every scenario. So when it came down to it, I'd be comfortable personally using either one of these without question. And I kind of talked about the standard type connector plug earlier that don't have a cable like this. And this is what I was referring to. This one's made by Pollock. So if you don't need this extra length, this will be a great solution for a lot of people. It'll work the same way. Plug into your 7-way, and it'll give you that 4-way flat you need to be able to plug your trailer into it. As far as the quality of this, I'd say it's pretty good. I'm a big fan of the ends. So these are going to be pretty much completely sealed up, right? There's sometimes you get into these 7-ways where the wire kind of goes in and it just, you know, clamps down. It's kind of cheap. It's not the case with this one. It goes in there, everything's sealed up. I like how these ends have some reinforcement too. You know, these pieces come out a little ways, because a lot of times what can happen over time, especially on the 7-way side, is, you know, you get to using it, the wire starts bending a little bit, and you can have some separation issues there where it actually goes into the 7-way. Because this reinforcement, you know, it should you shouldn't really run into them issues for quite some time, if at all, if I had to guess. So good to see there. And I actually really like the 4-way flat end. It's, you know, a little bit thicker, textured, so you got some good grip. You can actually hold this thing in your hand, get a good grip on it when you go to, you know, plug this in. And you're not going to be, you know, tempted to grab the wire ends when you go to disconnect this and pull them apart. You know, you actually have something to hold on to. So I feel like it should keep your, not only your trailer wiring, but your adapter in a little bit better shape every time you use it. But at the end of the day, you know, this is going to be a great solution to be able to, you know, connect your 4-way trailer side to your vehicle's 7-way without having to modify your trailer wiring. You know, if it's too short, you ain't got to deal with that. You can just use the adapter and get you that little bit of extra length. But I feel like that'll about do it for our look at of the Flint Hill Goods 7 to 4-way flat trailer adapter.